Hej, hej, hej! Witam was wszystkich, moi mili. Jak widzicie, witam was z Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Kontynuujemy sobie oczywiście, jako że gra miała ostatnio swoją premierę, nie będziemy zwalniali tempa. Inne produkcje mogą na razie poczekać, tak mi się wydaje. Wybaczcie, jeśli niektórym może to się nie spodobać, że przedkładam teraz powiedzmy Deus Exa właśnie nad jakieś inne moje projekty. No ale gra jest jak na razie świetna, tyle mogę wam powiedzieć. W poprzednim odcinku, oczywiście, jeszcze nim ruszymy, dziękuję za wszystkie komentarze, zainteresowanie moimi materiałami i wszystkie lajki. I tak, w poprzednim odcinku dostaliśmy zadanko poboczne związane z lewymi przepustkami. Innymi słowy, ze sfałszowanymi przepustkami, dzięki którym możemy przedostać się przez pewne punkty. Tu jest osoba, która handluje nimi, ale tak jak mówiłem również w poprzednim odcinku, będzie chciała astronomiczną kwotę za takie dokumenty. My rozwiążemy to troszkę inaczej.
I was stopped by someone named Drahomir at a checkpoint. He sent me here. Apparently you help Augs with documentation, upgrade their permits.
You have the money.
Maybe. You want to tell me what I'm paying for exactly?
You pay to get your name on the list. Melina upstairs, she works on your shiny new permit. You come back in 1 week to pick it up. Standard pickup fee will apply.
How much do you charge people for this?
Not people. Augs. 35,000 credits.
No właśnie. 35 000 kredytów sobie liczą za coś takiego.
Your buddy said this one was on the house, because I'm such a nice guy.
Drahomir would never say that.
What would he say? Something like, gouge every Augs sucker I send you for as much money as you possibly can? Is that how this works?
Look, just give me what you have, and I'll put your name on the list. That's how it works. Melina does surprisingly good work. Puts more effort in than we ask her to.
On tak nie do końca, ponieważ te przepustki, czego później się dowiemy, są w pewien sposób nieważne, ponieważ nie są aktywowane. Oni sprzedają nieaktywowane przepustki, przez co no, jeśli ktoś z taką przepustką zostanie nakryty, zostanie od razu gdzieś tam wywieziony nie wiadomo gdzie. Zaoferujmy mu tyle, ile mamy, co nie? 35 kredytów.
This is as much as I'm willing to give you. So what kind of shiny new permit does this get me?
Fucking tourist. You're wasting my time, Og.
Okej, i tak nic od niego byśmy nie wskurali. Konfrontacja z fałszerzem. Zrobimy to w takim wypadku w ten sposób. Wejdziemy sobie tu będziemy mieli jeszcze jedno mieszkanie do przeszukania, no właśnie. Jest e-book. Moduł kredytowy. Szapeczki. Wirus anihilujący, no i pukawkę weźmiemy również. Za chwilkę zajmiemy się również komputerem. Ale tu chyba nic ciekawego nawet się nie dowiemy. Dobra. Moglibyśmy stąd już spadać, ale tu wiedzie również przejście do dalszej części, za mur. Tędy byśmy nie przeszli. Ale jak widzicie, w tym miejscu raczej bez problemu.
Let's go.
Dobra, jeden załatwiony. Tamci nie powinni tego usłyszeć. Teraz tego załatwimy. Dziwne, że nie mogłem go przez osłonę oszołomić. Ale dobra, w każdym razie się udało. Okej, mamy Palm Topa. W Palm Topie co znajdziemy? Hasło. No, zawsze się przyda. Będę mógł uniknąć hakowania, które jest w tej części no dosyć słabe moim zdaniem. Mało intuicyjne jak dla mnie, aczkolwiek na dłuższą metę nic się nie zmieniło w porównaniu do poprzedniej części. No, najpierw możemy spróbować zhakować te drzwi, a nie przebijać się przez ścianę. Zresztą mamy kod również. No tak, tu nie mogę wpisywać ręcznie. Tu mamy save. Do save'u dostaniemy niedługo hasło, więc nie musimy go hakować nawet. Aby ominąć wszystkie zabezpieczenia... No, wskakuj. No. Aby ominąć wszystkie zabezpieczenia przeciwników, najlepiej właśnie jest wejść tą wentylacją. Dzięki niej powinniśmy dostać się bezpośrednio do naszego celu. Tak jak mówiłem, jest przed nami dziewczyna, która zajmuje się fałszowaniem. A, w radiu leci. Znowu leci soundtrack z pierwszej części. A i tak nie mamy miejsca na piwo, bardzo dobrze. Jak pójdziemy, no właśnie, tak jak chciałem powiedzieć, że podejście będzie skutkowało startem rozmowy.
Arts and crafts?
I think you work for those scam artists out there. Or do they work for you?
It was never meant to be a scam. More like social services for the disaffected. You know, like no aug left behind.
Looks like a forgery ring to me.
I hate the word forgery. I prefer graphic arts activism. I help people to be other people. And seriously, try getting anywhere with forgery on your resume.
You're involved in something that takes advantage of people, and you're worried about your resume?
That may have come out wrong. I mean, yes, career is important, but it's not everything. I know that. I tend to get really nervous when I'm stressed. I'm stressed when... which always just makes things worse. Oh, okay, look. I have no reason to be nervous here, do I? You're totally on my side, right? One of the good guys. Not like Drahomir.
Dobra, można powiedzieć, że dziewczyna jest w pewien sposób zmuszana też do tej pracy.
I'm not here to make you nervous. I just need you to explain it to me. The essentials of what's been going on here.
Essentials. Right. Essentially, I was trying to help my augmented friends.
The way I saw it out there, the promise of fake documents was being used to extort people. How does that help them?
The extortion part sucks. I swear to you, I'm totally anti-extortion.
Obviously.
Let me explain better. The government, they print up these official permits each month, but they only sell them to the rich corporate and military allies. Meanwhile, the other Augs, they get cattled out of the city because their documents aren't up to date enough. That's what was happening to my friends.
Od niej dostaniemy również dodatkowe zadanko poboczne. Tak więc dodatkowe doświadczenie zawsze się przyda.
Government corruption versus organized crime. And regular people get caught in the middle. You gotta love the classics.
When it was just me, I didn't charge anyone. But then Drahomir shows up and turns it into this big operation with fake checkpoints and ridiculous fees. I didn't want anything to do with that. I wanted to stop.
Why didn't you?
I was scared. Drahomir said he would kill me. Looked at me kind of like you're looking at me now. You're not going to kill me, are you?
What do you think?
I'm not sure yet. Look, the real problem is Drahomir and that checkpoint of his. Without him in the picture, the rest of them couldn't run a lemonade stand. Maybe you could... You know...
You think I just walk around shooting people?
Don't you?
I like knowing there are other options.
Okay, so
Staramy
stop
się unikać zabijania.
or get the police to do their job for once. I remember Drahomir mentioning this cop who threatened him. She was hanging around his checkpoint. Who knows? Maybe there really is one good cop in Prague.
That sounds like the safest bet. Otherwise, you're asking me to pick a fight with a bunch of guys in uniforms, scam artists or not.
The whole city would come down on you. Still, up to you how you want to handle it.
Right. And just so we're clear, you are going to stop forging documents now.
I don't like getting into trouble. And even worse is other people suffering because of me. No more faking documents ever again. Unless someone really needed one. Then I'd probably do it. I mean, if we knew for a fact that we could help someone, we should do whatever we can, right?
It depends what you have in mind.
The docs I make, they really can fool the authorities. Sort of.
Sort of.
Drahomir flooded the streets with forgeries, so the city started tracking more, adding scanners, validation numbers. Now, unless one of my permits gets activated in the city database, it's just plastic.
So you're telling me these people pay for forgeries and then probably get deported anyway?
It doesn't have to be that way. I have 2 permits that I literally just made. And I think we can really help these people. If you're willing.
No właśnie, i będziemy musieli odnaleźć osoby, którym musimy przekazać te 2 przepustki, a potem jeszcze wkraść się do do odpowiedniej kurczę korporacji, do odpowiedniej firmy i aktywować te przepustki.
Alright, how do we help?
Their names are Edward Broad and Irenka Bauer. Drahomir was going to charge them like 20 more times. But maybe you could just give them the forgeries? Early Christmas present?
You said it's just plastic, that people get deported anyway. How does this help them?
I think I know how to get them activated. As long as you're willing to follow through.
Alright. I'll go meet Edward and Irenka. In the meantime, are you going to be okay here?
Once they learn that Drahomir's been taken care of, the others will leave me alone. He's the one I'm scared of. By the way, there is a safe over there where they keep their money. I'll give you the code. 2489. Feel free to help yourself.
What about you?
Way ahead of you.
No właśnie, dostaliśmy jeszcze kod do skrytki. Tu w tej chwili nie wejdziemy. Te drzwi można otworzyć tylko i wyłącznie od tamtej strony. Dziewczyna jest całkowicie uwięziona. No tak, to są te przepustki, właśnie. I mamy również kod do sejfu. A w środku mamy troszkę kaski. Nawet więcej niż troszkę, sporo. I granaty, ale nie mamy miejsca w ekwipunku w ogóle. Hipostymulanta użyję, żeby troszkę hapeki nam podnieść. I teraz wrócimy sobie taką samą ścieżką, jaką tu się dostaliśmy, aby nie wywoływać podejrzeń. I teraz musimy udać się na spotkanie z funkcjonariuszką, która ma dość tego Drahomira, bodajże tak się nazywa. Ten wyłudzacz. O właśnie, już ją widzimy, o ile dobrze pamiętam, ona stoi dokładnie przed nami.
Just because Drahomir looks like a cop doesn't mean he's a real cop.
He's...
Not from here, are you?
What gives it away?
You just walked up to a police officer. And I have this funny feeling you expect something good to come out of it.
I recently got stopped at a fake checkpoint. Heard there was a cop around here who might know what I'm talking about.
Drahomir, he's a slippery fuck. Pays off all the right people, provides all these bullshit documents that prove he's legit. Regional inspector, my ass. I'm putting a file together.
A file? This guy's dressing up like a cop and harassing hogs in the street.
Sounds like 90% of the people I work with. Listen, the right amount of coin in the right kind of pocket, fancy-looking paperwork, those things go a long way in this city. Especially if the perception is that he's not really doing anything wrong. Just giving hogs a hard time.
There's more to it than that.
That's exactly what I think. Why don't you fill me in? What's Drahomir been up to behind my back?
Drahomir's checkpoint is the setup for a forgery ring. He's not just stopping hogs and giving them a hard time. He's not just taking people's lunch money. It's extortion.
This forgery ring. You have an address?
I was inside. I saw the equipment.
You know what? You had me back at harassing. I've been dying for an excuse. A chance to go after someone who actually deserves it for once. No more hiding behind the people he bribes. I suggest keeping your distance.
No właśnie. I teraz tak, możemy trzymać się z daleka. Oni będą walczyli z nim. Albo moglibyśmy im jakoś pomóc. Ja tylko coś sprawdzę, czy mam coś w zadaniach.
Milena, I've got an update on your friend Drahomir.
I've seen Drahomir pretend to be many things. My friend was never one of them.
It's been taken care of. He's not gonna be a problem anymore.
Thank God. I don't know how you did it, but I'm glad you did. Listen, if you ever need documents for something...
I'll be fine. Thanks.
No właśnie, teraz nie możemy iść w tamtym kierunku, ponieważ trwa poszukiwanie. Najlepiej odejdźmy sobie stąd. Raz miałem niemiłą sytuację, że podeszłem tam za blisko i no ci policjanci mnie po prostu zaatakowali, więc chcemy uniknąć tego. Pójdziemy w takim wypadku od razu dać dokumenty i ręce, którą znajdziemy w piwnicy tego budynku.
We were machines, sir. But terror and pain have turned us into souls. There is something struggling within. Moments when something enters into us. Thoughts come upon us which are not of us. We feel what we did not used to feel. We hear voices. Teach us to have children so that we may love them. Primus, is that you?
Are you Arenka Bauer?
Who are you? Please, take whatever you want. Just leave us alone.
I didn't come here to take anything.
You haven't? Arenka, she gets very scared. Whatever you've come to tell her, you should first tell me. I am the robot Helena. Arenka is not well. We must shield her.
Arenka paid someone to make her an aug permit. To keep her from being taken to Gollum City. That someone wants to come through.
Ready? If that's true, we'll be very happy. If we can stay in Prague, maybe they'll even... There was once a great play that predicted so much. Robots, revolutions, the future of mankind. She memorized all of it. It's her way. It's my way of trying to understand.
I'll take your word for it. Here. This permit is good enough to fool anyone who takes a look at it.
Does this mean I don't have to hide anymore?
It's not that simple. You're still in danger. The permit needs to be activated. Otherwise, a routine scan will mark you for Gollum just the same.
I don't understand.
Sorry, there's no legal way for you to stay here. You should prepare for the worst.
We don't know how to prepare.
I'll take care of the activation. Just keep a low profile until I can get it sorted out.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
No i dobra, jedna przepustka dostarczona. Tu jeszcze coś było na pewno do przeszukania. Na pewno jest e-book. I mamy Palm Topa również. I tu mamy jeszcze jednego e-booka. Okej, to by było na tyle w tym miejscu. Z tego co widzę, oni cały czas szukają tutaj. Więc nadal za bardzo się tam nie zbliżajmy. Idźmy wręczyć po prostu kolejną przepustkę. A kolejna przepustka musi zostać dostarczona. Jak on miał? Nie pamiętam teraz, jak on już tam miał na imię. No ale w każdym razie on prowadzi swój sklep w tym miejscu. Tyle, że o ile dobrze pamiętam, aktualnie jest... No właśnie. Prześladowany przez jakichś zbirów. Rozpraw się ze zbirami.
Thank you. Thank you so much for what you've done.
Zadanie wykonane. A czemu nie mogę z tobą gadać? Co w komputerze? Nic za bardzo. Chyba musimy poczekać, aż poszukiwanie zostanie zakończone. Albo i nie. Z nim powinienem móc porozmawiać, ale chyba coś się spartoliło. A jak grałem sobie sam, to bez problemu mogłem z nim pogadać. O, teraz możemy. Bardzo fajnie, wystarczyło poczekać.
Thank you. I didn't know what to do. There are not many people a man like me can call on for help.
What do they want?
What everybody wants. Money, to feel strong. At first I thought they were here to take me away. Any moment now, they will take me away.
Maybe it doesn't have to come to that.
Don't get an old man's hopes up. Unless... My daughter? Did she send you? She did, didn't she? Why else would you? Please, tell me. When can I see them?
Tak, on podejrzewa, że jesteśmy jednym ze zbirów Dragomira. Szukaj głębiej. Za pierwszym razem powiedziałem mu od razu prawdę. Teraz sprawdźmy, co będzie, jak wezmę to.
Why would your daughter send me?
I thought maybe she and the little one finally decided to help Grandpa with his permit situation. But She probably understands that I need to avoid detection. It is better not to make contact.
When was the last time you saw them?
A few years. Since the day of the... you know.
The day of the incident?
The time I ran naked onto a football field as a teenager, that was an incident. This was the work of the devil. He closed our eyes, forced us to see what he sees.
That's a long time not to see someone you care about.
It's not their fault. My son-in-law, he keeps them away from me because... well, because...
Because why?
What am I, on trial? Soon you'll be judging me just like he did. Like they all did.
Judging you for what, Edward?
They say I became a monster. In the park. It was during the incident.
You were with your family when the signal went out. Darrow's broadcast. Caused all those Augs to lose control.
I grabbed the youngest by the wrists. We were spinning. We spun like mad. I don't know where it came from. This exhilaration that wasn't mine. It was reckless, I admit. There were mosquitoes in my brain. There was blood. They say that it couldn't have been me. Someone else must have... a stranger, after I blacked out. Please, tell me you believe me. Tell me it isn't possible that I did that to him.
Powiemy mu prawdę oczywiście.
When the signal was broadcast, Augs everywhere were made to do terrible things. Things they would never have done otherwise. Some of them can't remember, or choose not to be able to remember. The truth is, yes, it's possible, Edward. But that doesn't necessarily make you responsible. It was out of our control.
I said, I tried to tell them. Whatever my hands may have done, my heart did not. What kind of defense is that? If I can't forgive myself, why should they? One of them is still alive, and whether I ever get to see him or not, I want to remain as close as I can. I want to remain in Prague.
Here, this permit should fool anyone at a glance.
I remember the officer saying I would have to pay again. Is that true?
No, I'm not here to collect. I'm here to help.
I appreciate that. So, what now? Do I have to activate something? I can put on my nice coat if necessary. If I have to wait in line, I'll wait in line. I don't complain.
The situation's a little less legal than that.
Oh. Do you need me to break in somewhere?
I'll take care of it. Just try to keep a low profile until I figure out how to validate your number.
All right. I can do that. I will wait here.
Okej, kolejny
Milena,
Kolejny,
I met with both those
kolejna
Augs.
przepustka dostarczona.
Now what?
There's a computer at the government kiosk that handles the augment permit registry. You'll have to access it, quote unquote.
You mean break in?
The code to the server room is 6788. Be careful, there may be other forms of security.
Alright, I got it.
Okej, nie będzie tam tak łatwo się dostać też, ale jakoś nam się uda. Z tego co widzę, wszystko się już tu uspokoiło, tak więc możemy bez problemu przejść przez ten były punkt kontrolny. Oczywiście po drodze możemy wszystko sobie przeszukać. Dragomira też. Amunicja do karabinów chyba, z których i tak nie będziemy za bardzo korzystali. Za bardzo, o ile w ogóle.
Jesteś tu sam?
No dobra, ale my mamy dostać się teraz aktualnie do naszego speca od speca od elektroniki, od układów, bo musi nas posklejać, ale tym zajmiemy się już w następnym odcinku. Mam nadzieję, że ten odcinek wam przypadł do gustu, głównie przegadany, no ale co poradzimy. Tak więc trzymajcie się ciepło, czekajcie na następny odcinek i do usłyszenia. Na razie.